Hey there comic book fans, I'm John Andersen. I just watched Season 2, Episode 1 of Legends of Tomorrow, and to be honest, I wanted to say the episode was fine, but the more I think about it, the angrier it makes me. So with that being said, keep in mind I'm going through key plot points from the episode, so if you haven't seen it yet, here is your spoiler warning. And there it goes. First off, we're introduced to Hank Hayward, aka Commander Steel, who seems to be replacing Rip Hunter as captain of the Wave Rider, but overall I don't think his character is given enough to do in this episode in order for me to form an opinion on his character as of yet. One of the biggest issues I had with the episode is how they use fan service as a way to disguise plot devices. The first example of this is the inclusion of Oliver Queen, who is used simply as a way for Hank to find the Legends team. Which makes sense since he knows majority of these characters, but the fact that he was so anxious to get out of the episode, it made him feel more like a device and less like a character. When they find the Wave Rider, the only legend on board is Mick, which I actually thought was a creative way to catch us up on the whereabouts of the team since last season, as well as their last adventure. So it seems the team has been attempting to fill the role of the Time Masters, which everybody's not so keen on. Which leads to their last mission, which involves an atomic bomb attack that was orchestrated by our second example of a plot device disguised as fan service with Damien Dark. Obviously, Dark is working for the big bad of the season, who's yet to be named, but the final attempt at fan service that I can't even fabricate a reason why this character is in this show is the appearance of the Reverse Flash, who is honestly just in the show for us to be like, oh look, it's the Reverse Flash, isn't that cool? Which these characters could have easily just been henchmen, but the fact that it was Dark gives Sarah a reason to not work well with the team. And given that this team was able to defeat a seemingly immortal god, I find it hard to believe that they still aren't able to work together, but conflict, I guess. So in order to stop the atomic bomb, Rip has to sacrifice himself, which I'm actually okay with, given that Rip was never really the best leader for this team. So he sends each team member to a different point in history, except for Mick, who's injured, and I thought that would have been a great cliffhanger for next episode that would have focused on getting the team back together. But instead we get a 5-minute montage, which was definitely the biggest missed opportunity for the episode. Not to mention that the Wave Rider was struck by an atomic bomb and is somehow still in flying condition with Mick safely on board, but I digress. But the actual cliffhanger at the end of the episode is the tease of the Justice Society of America, which was already teased at the end of last season, and given that your average CW fan isn't even going to recognize half these characters, what was the point? So that's my thoughts on Season 2, Episode 1 of Legends of Tomorrow. Let me know down in the comments what you guys thought of the episode, and click right here to see my thoughts on Season 3, Episode 2 of The Flash, or click right here to see my thoughts on Season 5, Episode 2 of Arrow. And be sure to look out this weekend for my top 7 Marvel and DC TV show season premieres from this past fall. And as always guys, if you like this video, be sure to share and subscribe. Follow me on Facebook at John Ryan Andersen, or Instagram and Twitter at The Comic Look. And remember guys, as always, comics do deserve a second look.